Hello students, welcome to Brainwaves class English. This is your English educator Bhumi, and today we are going to start Honeysuckle's book 3rd chapter, Taro's Reward. So let's get started. As the title of the story suggests, Taro's Reward, we are going to see that why Taro got a reward. Here Taro is the main character of the story. He was a young woodcutter who lived with his mother and father on a lonely hillside. Lonely hillside means he was living at the side of the hill where nobody else was living, like everywhere it was very silent. Next, he worked very hard but he earned quite less. As he earned quite less, for this reason, he was always sad. He was a thoughtful son. Thoughtful son means he always used to think for his parents. He wanted to serve his parents with all the requirements that they need. One evening, what happened? Taro and his parents were sitting in the corner of their hut. Strong wind was blowing through the cracks of their hut. Cracks means narrow gaps, small gaps between the hut, because hut was made from mud. Thus, sometimes cracks present in the hut, and from that cracks, wind was blowing inside. Taro's father had a wish to had a cup of sake. He told that it would warm him, but this made Taro sad, more sad, because sake was quite expensive and Taro doesn't have that much money to buy sake. Next morning, Taro wake up more earlier and went to work. He chopped means cut out the wood in the forest. He was more and more chopping so that he could sell more, even earn more. He was chopping from morning, sun was at the head, and slowly he became very tired, he became very thirsty, even sweat was coming from his face. All of a sudden, he could hear the voice of waterfall. As he was very thirsty, he thought of to go in the direction of the sound and to find out that whether there was any waterfall. He dropped his axe and then he ran in the direction of sound. Then Taro saw a beautiful little waterfall behind a rock. He kneeled down and tasted that water with his hands, and then it was not a taste of water, it was a taste of sake. Delicious sake. Taro quickly filled his pitcher with that sake and hurriedly went to home. Pitcher means a pot that was made of mud at that time. Then he had given that pitcher to his father. He was very happy to get sake. He enjoyed that sake, even he danced a little. Then, after some time, a neighbor visited their house. Taro's father have offered sake to that neighbor. She has drank it and she was also very delighted, very happy. Old man said the story of sake and that neighbor spread out the whole story in the village. Next day, Taro wake up earlier and went to his work. He even went to that place where he got the sake. He was surprised to see that other people of that village reached that place before and they were trying to gather sake from that waterfall. When they tasted that sake, it was like, no, it's not the taste of sake. It's simply cold water. Taro was very much surprised, like he could taste its sake, but other people, when they are tasting, it's simply the normal cold water. Other people were angry on Taro. They thought that Taro was cheating with them. All the villagers were so angry that they were telling that they would throw Taro to that water. That time, Taro took a wise decision and he slipped behind a rock and he hid himself and he was seeing all the condition. Then all the villagers went from there. After that, Taro again went to that area. He drank that water, but that time he could feel the taste of sake, not of normal water. He was very surprised for that. Now, the story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the Emperor of Japan. The Emperor of Japan rewarded Taro with 20 pieces of gold for having so good and kind. Then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. He has done this because he wanted to encourage all his children to honor and obey their parents. From this, we could conclude that Taro was a thoughtful person, thoughtful son even, as he was thinking of his parents and then he went to work earlier so that he could income more. The magic water story we get from this area like Taro was very thirsty and all of a sudden he could hear the voice of waterfall, thus he went there, and from there we could see that he has collected the sake and he went in his house to give it to his father. He had a strong desire to fulfill all the desires of his parents, thus he did this. And after that we could see that a miracle happened and he could find sake in that waterfall and all these things happened. Hope that you understand this chapter, a beautiful chapter. A lesson goes to you all also. Hope that you would become like Taro and surely you would think about your parents. Till this much for today. A playlist has been created for class 6 students. Honeysuckle book by Bhumi ma'am. You are going to get all the videos over there, access from there. And one important notification I'm going to give. Class 7 students, your English classes are going to start from today, sharp at 5 p.m. So join that time. If you like our channel, click on the like button. Share these videos to your friends so that they are also getting benefited from this. Even subscribe our channel to get recent videos. Till this much then, thank you. Bye bye.